Hello everybody and welcome to a very windy Solway Coast for round 5 of the Kickstart Junior 1000 Rally Championship. This is the only rally where all the juniors join forces and go head to head to use the most talented junior in the country. So let's get down to the start line and get on with the action. Leading off the 30 cars was top seed Josh McAleen. Josh was looking to bounce back after his exclusion at the last round. Championship leader Peter Bennett was fresh after his win in the Irish Championship the day before and was looking to keep his winning run going. Stage 1 and 2 were done. How did you find those?
Stage 1 wasn't so great. It was just getting used to the new style of notes, and we hit a bail and hit the front of the car, but apart from that it was fine. Stage 2 was really on the pace. Yeah, I think we're sitting third overall now, so it's only 6 seconds the first, so we'll keep pushing and see what we can do.
Ewan Tyndall would be competing in the English and the Scottish Championships today, as he tries to win on both sides of the border. After missing the last few rounds, Tommy Meadows was back with Gareth Hooper by his side and would push on in his typically fully committed style.
Yeah, it was good. We've not done anything for 5 months, so just getting back into it. It was rougher than we expected, but we didn't have any big moments, so hopefully, I think today, as long as we get to the finish, then you could be on for a good result, so that's what we're going to do, hopefully.
After winning at Wheaton, Zach Hughes came to the rally full of confidence and looking to get another win.
Yeah, it wasn't the best 2 stages, if I'm honest. The first one, we hit a chicane head on, and then we got lost within some bales and we had to stop, and it was all confusing, and then I confused Chris, and then we lost quite a bit of time on the first one. But the second one we actually had a good push on. We did smash the window on a chicane, just swung the mirror in and it smashed the window. Maybe a little too much ambition on my part there. But otherwise, yeah, we had a good push on the second one.
One of the fastest micros in the field was driven by Alex Holliday, who was getting faster and faster in every rally this season.
Yeah, really good. Really enjoyed the venue. Stage 1 was a bit steady because it's the first stage. Had an off last year on that stage as well, so a bit cautious. But then stage 2 seemed to got into the rhythm. No big muck-ups, so yeah, it went well.
Next off was James Hall, who was looking to continue to improve in every rally this season.
Completely different to the stages we normally do. Definitely a mixture of different services, which is a lot different to get used to.
And how is it getting back into the car and getting up to speed?
Yeah, it's good. I've got a few problems that we need to sort out and service quickly. But no, it's good to get back in the car and have some seat time again.
Riley Banks was looking for a good finish after a debut season filled with mechanical issues. So Riley, you're back in your car, getting used to the stages of Solway. How do you find it?
Very good stages. They're quite bumpy, very fast. I like the fast stuff, although I might have a bit of an issue with traffic as I caught the Scottish guy in front of me in the last stage. So.
Tom Rawlings also had to adjust his mindset after crashing on the first stage in last month's rally, so was looking for a good steady finish in his new car. How do you find the stages here at Solway?
Really good. The first stage we slipped a bit, but got back on with it. Felt quick, but yeah, on to the next.
Making his debut in the English Championship was Welshman Louis Price Edwards in his Peugeot 107. So your first rally, and it's a pretty tricky one. How have you been finding it?
Yeah, it's alright. I'm not used to the gravel and all that yet, but other than that, it was fine.
George Sheard also made his return to the championship after missing the last few rounds due to his exams.
It's alright, it's really enjoyable. Didn't really get to enjoy it last year, but this year's been even better. Couldn't say much else really, it's gone well. Better than last year's.
What was the best part of the stages?
Second stage, the longer one, through the trees. It was quite enjoyable, but still quite risky.
Next off was Eddie Lewis, who was looking to build on his momentum from the previous round. So Eddie, first 2 stages are done, how you found them?
Yeah, it's difficult to get used to certain notes, but they weren't bad, no. It was alright.
And I mean, Solway, it's a very unique rally on the calendar. What sort of differences have you found so far?
Yeah, it's a lot tighter than all the others, and there's obviously a few gravel bits as well, so yeah, we're getting used to it.
Dan Cohn was delighted to be back in his micro after missing out on the previous round because the numbers were full. It's been a long wait for all, but probably longest for you after missing the last rally. How does it feel to be back out in the car?
It's good to be back in the car. Yeah, I'm really enjoying it again, but I really need to up the pace. This morning I'm a bit asleep, I would say. So yeah, I think next couple of stages we'll just have to try and push on a bit.
Alex Centauri also had some dust to shake off on his first rally in 3 months due to his exams. Okay, so Alex, you've had a bit of a long break whilst you've been getting your exams out of the way. How have you found getting back into the car?
It's hard, yeah, but it's really good to get back.
And what are you hoping for the next few stages?
Don't crash and, yeah, just pick up pace, really. Don't get lost on the pace notes, and that should be good.
Adam Ripper was looking to continue his run of solid finishes in the championship. First 2 stages now out of the way, how did you find them?
It's very enjoyable. Being on notes for the first time is a bit of a challenge, but I'm working it out slowly and building up the pace as we go on, as always. But the stages are brilliant, the event is brilliantly organised, so having a great day so far.
So a look at the table after the first 2 stages shows that Hughes has a slim lead over Peter Bennett and Josh McAleen in 3rd, closely followed by Ewan Tyndall. Then it's very close between 6th down to 11th, with Dan Kerwin sitting at the bottom after a very cautious start. Over stages 3 and 4, Josh McAleen and Peter Bennett will continue to push on and try to catch Zach Hughes. Ewan Tyndall and Tommy Meadows were both very closely matched down in 4th and 5th positions, with Alex Holliday the 2nd fastest micro in the field. Tom Rawlings' pace would continue to improve throughout the morning, and he would find himself moving up the times. The majority of the field were able to continue without any mechanical faults or mistakes, as they got to grips with the challenging tight stages of the Solway Coast. And stages 3 and 4, you were 3rd going into those, so how did you feel they went?
The stage 3 was alright, and then stage 4 coming out of the 4th section, we hit a hay bale and had a reverse out of it, so wasn't really what we expected and lost 6 or 7 seconds, but hopefully we can get it back in the stages later on this evening.
So Ewan, you're just on stages 3 and 4, how did you find it?
It was good morning loop, you know, much better being on these roads and on pace notes, well, route notes, instead of being around track, so really good so far.
How is your confidence compared to the first 2 now you've done it again?
Well, that loop was a lot better, went good 10 seconds faster, so yeah, really happy.
Okay, so Josh, it's been a busy weekend for you so far. I mean, you had an Irish rally yesterday, and you've come straight across here for one of the best rallies of the season.
Yeah, it definitely was a busy weekend, but everything's going to plan so far. The Irish Championship's the main objective this weekend, so we're here today to get points.
So a look at the table after stage 4 shows that Hughes has a slight lead over Josh McAleen and Peter Bennett, with Ewan Tyndall and Tommy Meadows starting to lose ground on the podium places. Unfortunately for Riley Banks, in the 4th stage he would have a failure which dropped him down the leaderboard, with George Sheard, one of the big movers, up to 7th. Zach Hughes continued to lead after stage 5, but disaster on stage 6 as he broke a drive shaft and was forced to retire from the rally. The team would fix the car, but any chances of a win were now over. With another faultless run, Josh McAleen now moved up to the top of the table, with Peter Bennett just a few seconds behind him. Tommy Meadows would do everything he could to catch Ewan Tyndall, but both drivers were equally matched. Alex Holiday would continue to improve his times and would move up the leaderboard. And the battle in the mid-table would continue to go on, with James Hall, Tom Rawlings, George Sheard and Alex Tentori. And Louis Price Evans would continue to impress on his debut. So as we head to the penultimate stages, a look at the leaderboard shows that Josh McAleen has a slender 9-second lead over Peter Bennett, who are now well adrift of Ewan Tyndall and Tommy Meadows in 3rd and 4th places respectively. Then it's very close between Tom Rawlings in 6th down to Eddie Lewis as they fight for valuable championship points. And confirmation that Zach Hughes and Riley Banks are both now out of the rally. So Josh, you're going into the final 2 stages, you're leading it, it's been a good day today, but you're only leading by a couple of seconds, so you can't ease off totally.
No, Peter's only 9 seconds behind, so we'll take it easy from here on and see what he does in the next stage, and then we'll judge it from there.
Okay, so Peter, you're 9 seconds back off Josh. I mean, going into the final 2 stages, long stages, so definitely a lot of time to gain. You looking forward to clawing it back?
Yeah, I'm looking forward to the stages now, but I don't think there's enough mileage to get those 9 seconds back, so I'd be happy enough if we didn't lose any more time and just kept this position and brought it home for the points.
Are you going to be a little bit more cautious now, because you've got I think it's almost a minute now back to anyone behind, so you taking this definitely easily?
I wouldn't say I'd be taking it cautious now, because that's whenever you'd make your mistakes, but yeah, definitely taking it a bit easier.
So Ewan, going into the final few stages, you're in the podium positions at the minute overall, so I mean your first podium overall obviously so far this season, so I'm sure you've been happy with how today's gone.
Happy at the minute, but we've still got 10 miles to go, so we'll give it a go.
And obviously you say 10 miles to go, long stages. I mean, is it going to be a cautious drive? Are you going to be 100% again?
No, cautious. Just chill out.
Okay, so Tommy, going into the final 2 stages, it's been a good return to you, top micro again, so I'm sure you've been happier today.
Yeah, more than happy. We weren't expecting too much coming into today, but it's gone really well for us, so it's been a great day so far.
And I mean, final 2 stages, what's the plan?
Well, part of me says just consolidate this position and just be sensible, but once you get out there, there's such nice stages to drive, you think, right, let's have a go. But I think better off to go sensible and just get a finish.
Okay.
Yeah, after the first stage, Gareth's been perfect, so I keep thinking I've got Nicky Griss next to me.
Peter Bennett drove very sensibly on the penultimate stage, but was unable to catch Josh McAleen, who would go on to win the rally by 11 seconds. Tommy Meadows used every ounce of power in his Micra, but was unable to catch Ewan Tyndall for the final podium place. Alex Holiday pushed on to record his best finish of the season, with James Hall, Tom Rawlings, Eddie Lewis and Alex Tentori fighting it out for mid-table points. Rookie Louis Price Edwards had a great day with no issues and no accidents. Unfortunately, a roll for George Sheard on the last stage would drop him down the leaderboard and out of the mid-table battle. Thankfully, he and his co-driver were unhurt in the accident. And finally, Adam Ripper finished another flawless drive as he finishes his 6th rally in a row. So here's confirmation of the final standings, with Josh McAleen taking his 3rd win of the season, with Peter Bennett continuing as the championship leader after a great drive in 2nd place. Ewan Tyndall got his 3rd podium of the season and would also win the Scottish Championship Rally. An impressive return for Tommy Meadows after 5 months out of the car, and a best finish for Tom Rawlings in 6th place after some great driving. James Hall came out on top of the mid-table battle between himself, Tentori and Eddie Lewis. And with winner Josh McAleen rushing off to catch his ferry home, I grabbed a quick word with the other podium finishers. So Peter, Solway Coast is done. Event drivers have been talking about all calendar long. Coming out with it in a second, I'm sure you'll be happy with.
Yeah, happy with the second, just add to the points, and it's what we came here to do.
I mean, it puts you in a good position for the championship. I mean, you haven't finished outside the top 2 in English points all season long, so I guess you'd be happy with all that.
Yeah, can't complain. So all went to plan, apart from 1-3 when we hit a bail, but like this rally and it's going to happen.
No, but really good event. I'm really happy with the result. You know, 3rd overall. Extended my 2nd in the championship, which is good, which I need for a few rounds off for the English, but really happy.
Now, I mean, Solway Coast is an event that you juniors talk about a lot. You're all very excited for this. So is it lived up to expectations?
Yeah, again, same way as last year. So I had a bit more experience, but I'm really happy. You know, the stages are really good again, thanks to organisers. Perfect event, and just one-off event for us.
So Tommy, Solway Coast is now finished, and you were obviously, after that long break, I know you were nervous going into it, that just sort of wearing yourself back in, but you've come back as top micro.
Yeah, today couldn't have gone any better really. We started off, thought we were going quite steadily, but the time was good, and we just picked up the pace from there. The last 2 stages we had a bit of a problem. We went the wrong way where the stage had changed. We ended up having to stop and reverse, but we didn't lose much time from that, so it's been a really good day. We've enjoyed ourselves, so very happy.
Okay, so Zach, Solway Coast, I mean, it's been delight for some, but unfortunately for you, not so the case. The pace was definitely there.
Oh, sure.
You were leading the whole thing up until that unfortunate stage.
Yeah, yeah, we had a slow start in the morning. We had a bit of an off on the first stage, but we won the 2nd stage, and we were joint leading, going into the looper stages. And I won the 1st loop, and then broke a drive shaft on the 2nd stage of that loop. So yeah, that put us out the rally. But yeah, we fixed it, so we didn't actually miss a stage. So we won 3 of the 4 stages this afternoon. So the pace was definitely there. We definitely had the pace to win today, but it wasn't to be, and we'll have a go next time.
The championship table now looks like this. After 5 rounds, Peter Bennett continues to lead the way, with Ewan Tyndall now moving into 2nd place, and Adam Ripper maintains his excellent position in 3rd. Also making big moves is James Hall, who would now move up to 4th, with a frustrated Zach Hughes still in 8th place after his first DNF of the season. The next rally will be at the end of September in the Patriot Stages in the picturesque rally of Caerwent in South Wales. So that's it here from Solway Coast, with the English drivers coming out on top. It's been another eventful rally with twists and turns, and I'm sure we've got plenty more of those in store for the rest of the season. So thank you very much everybody for watching, and I hope to see you all next time.